Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Slightly Serious.
I'm Nick. You can call me Nicholas for short.
And I'm Zane. You call me Zanathan, just because that's not even a name.
Zanathan is a good name.
This is a good name. How you doing,
like
brother?
that. I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm doing all right. You know, it's been a week, but we here. We made it.
We are here.
We made it through another week. Put that up in front. But yeah, we changed the setup again.
Once again.
Off the couch.
Yeah.
Couple reasons. One, this frees up a little bit more space for us because with the couch having like the little folding table there for all the like keyboard and all that, it was just really claustrophobic for us.
It was a lot.
But so now we've got the table. We have a little bit of room to actually move and do our things. I have easier access to do the production stuff from behind the table. So that's going to help us a lot.
Yeah.
We got a nice background now with the green screen. So
I love
maybe
it.
in the middle of the video, I'll just start throwing up some burning shit and fucking
You've been so into
explosions.
fire. Why?
I really want to burn some shit, okay?
I was outside smoking a J, and I was like, hey, man, that tree over there looks so fucking cool. It's got like lichens and moss growing on the actual bark, like as you get further and further up to the sunlight. Look, it looked amazing. And he goes, I just want to set it on fire. We should set it on fire. I was like, what?
I might be in a burning mood.
Then we're back in the house, and I'm like, you got some water damage up on the ceiling. He's like, yeah, we got a lot of water damage in here. I was like, hey, if this was like going to be your forever home, he's like, I just burn it down. I'm like, no, I was just going to say maybe we would fix it up, but like you're not planning on staying here, so there's no point.
Nah,
Like,
burn
what
it
is
down.
with you and fire?
Burn it down. But no, we did some changes. We are running the new camera today. So
Yeah, we
we'll
have a
see
new
how
camera.
that goes.
It might shut itself off.
If there is a cut in the video, we will. It's probably because battery died, and we're monitoring it. If a battery dies, I have backup batteries. We'll be swapping and stuff. But for how we have it set up, we should be better quality with the camera now. So that's also a plus today. With the lighting in the camera, we're moving. We're moving in the right direction.
We are. It's upwards.
Upwards. But yeah, the next thing would be to get some better chairs.
You don't like the hardwood?
They're not bad. I mean, we've had worse, but it's definitely gonna be interesting after a long time.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not
That's
the worst
true.
though.
That's
But
fair.
I think this is a little bit nicer from being crammed on that couch. As much as we joked in the one episode about how we're cuddling and we feel real close and safe.
Yeah, I mean,
But it was also every time we had to get up or move, like we were bumping into wires and stuff like that. The only wire that's even near our feet anymore is our headphone wire.
Yeah, what was the one that was always in my lap? There was always one wire that I had
It
to
was
like.
your microphone.
Was it the mic?
Mic in your headphone.
Yeah, I had to tuck it in my lap or like
Yeah.
to the side of me. It was no fun.
But yeah, so we did some changes today. So I think this setup is nice, looking good. We got our water. He's got his caffeine.
Oh yeah,
Not a sponsor, but Liquid Death is best water. So
it is great.
Liquid
We like
Death,
it.
feel free to reach out to us. We will accept the sponsorship.
I'll accept a hand job. Not that.
Whoa.
Well, I'll accept it.
I'm over here trying to pitch for sponsorships. You're like, you can fucking jerk me off.
I forgot what you were trying to do. I'm sorry.
Forgot we were supposed to be professional at times. We are slightly serious, you know.
Sometimes I want to face him, and sometimes I want to face you guys, and I'm just not quite sure what I want to do yet. So bear with me.
You know, and this is gonna take getting used to. It is. And as I said, there's times where I'm just literally kind of looking in front of me.
And
as I
most of
think.
you aren't even watching us. You're just like listening on a
Yeah,
podcast
so-
anyway. So I guess it doesn't matter.
But for your audio listeners, we do appreciate you as well. And we hope that the audio quality is good for you. Always feel free to let us know. You can always reach out to us in our YouTube comments, things of that sort. But we do appreciate you, everyone who's been watching on
Watching it on
Spotify.
YouTube is so much fun too, because
Oh,
Zane's getting so much better at editing.
I'm working on being better at
He's
editing. I try
he's
to
getting
put up
better.
visual
He's getting
aids
better.
and stuff on things we talk about, and getting better with the camera work. With the new camera, I'll be able to focus more on like the zoom ins and stuff like that I was doing before.
Yeah, and for those of you who like only listen on audio, so when we're talking about certain things, if you're not watching the video, which is fine, we love audio listeners, but if you're not watching the video, you can't see what Zane's pulling up. So a lot of times he's gonna like pull up pictures of what it is that I'm talking about, and he's, you know, some of episodes he has more of them, some he doesn't, but like a lot of times he's trying to show you references to what, you know, and he tries to make the video a little funny too.
Yeah, but you guys are, you know, we appreciate everybody who watches or listens on whatever platforms you are watching and listening on.
And there's been a lot too. We really appreciate it, like all over the country.
Yeah, for two idiot best friends that just talk about whatever nonsense goes on, whatever adventure you've gone on for the week and the bullshit We never know. We don't plan these episodes.
Not at all.
He comes in with whatever books he's reading for his Nick's book corner later, things of that sort. But we don't script it. We don't plan it. There's no like outline for the episode, which we may get to at some point. But at this point, we just kind of sit down, hit record, and see what the hell happens.
Yeah.
So,
which is what we planned on doing to begin with. Like our plan was to not have a plan.
Yeah, if we ever have like a big topic to talk about, then we might come in with a little bit of a structure to it. But for the most part, we're not too worried about a structure, because then the structure will limit us being ourselves, and we don't ever want to limit that, because that is what this is meant to be about.
I love ourselves.
I love
so
ourselves.
Great.
The third
I
person.
love you too. I love all of you.
Zane loves ourselves.
So, have you done anything fun this weekend?
This past weekend,
You had more truck issues. I know that.
yeah, my truck did have to get worked on. But I did go see a movie. I saw the new Dune movie.
Oh, you love Dune.
I love Dune. The original Dune movies made back in I think it was the 80s. Not worth a watch. They tried to fit too much into a movie. So the newest ones that they've been putting out, we had Dune Part 1 that came out, I think 2021. Timothy Chalamet, Zendaya, star-studded cast. There's a lot of really good, great actors, big names that are in the. Jason Momoa is in the first one.
Is he a fighter?
Huh?
Who is Jason Momoa? I feel like he's an MMA fighter. Who is he?
He's the Aquaman.
Oh, fuck. That's right. Yeah, he just looks like an MMA
He looks
fighter.
like he could break you, but he will only do it with a hug because he's a nice guy.
Yeah, okay.
But so I saw that when it came out, loved it. Read the entire Dune series. I actually have the whole series upstairs in paperback. Fantastic series. So I was really excited when they were making the movie. Waited. The first one came out. I loved the first one. Of course, it's a movie based off of a book. There's always going to be details that are slightly switched, left out. You can't, especially books that are as detailed as the Dune series is. You're never going to get...
It's a huge book, right?
Yeah, and it's just very detailed.
Is that why that first movie you think failed? Is they tried to
put the first book into one 2-hour-long movie.
And so that's what this Dune that you saw is part 2, right?
Yeah, well, this has 2 parts so far, and both of them are almost 3 hours each. And they
it's
still had to cut stuff out.
And it's still for the first book.
Yeah, it's still the first book. But they did a great job, I feel like, especially if someone who maybe you haven't seen Dune, you can still enjoy the movie as an entertaining entity. I know Nick hasn't seen either of them.
No, I haven't seen any of the movies, but I did read the book. Just the first one, because there's how many?
I don't remember. I think the main series is 6 or 7.
6 books.
And then there's a couple offshoots.
I'm going to abandon ship really quick, and I'm going to go grab something because he has the full collection. And Zane is going to entertain you with a song. And he'll probably have to leave later on, in which case I will serenade you with a melody. Please excuse me.
It may not be a song, but I'll keep talking about the movie. But so they did a great job with the production of the movie. It's visually beautiful. They did a great job telling the story and said making it entertaining, even if you haven't seen the book itself or read the books. You can still enjoy the movie as a cinematic piece. Second one, I went and saw it in theaters. It's also fantastic, very beautiful as well. Did a good job of listing the dark undertones. This is going to be Zane's version of Book Corner, it looks like. So I do have...
We're going to start Zane's Book Corner.
But I still have... It's still in its plastic wrap. It is all paperback. Frank Herbert Dune series. But yeah, there is...
Are you collecting it, or you haven't even opened it yet? What's going on here?
I said I've already read the books.
Yeah.
I did the audiobooks of them. I wanted to have the physical copies, so I ordered the series. But there are 6 books in the main series here. There's Dune, Heretics of Dune, God Emperor of Dune, Chapter House Dune, Children of Dune, and then Dune Messiah.
One of the things I'm noticing, though, is they're not... Are they in order?
In the pack, they're not in order, no.
Oh.
They just kind of put them in a pack together.
So, what's the first one?
Dune. Just based flat out Dune.
Dune is the first one.
Yeah, I honestly can't remember the exact order just off the top of my head. But, I mean, I'm not worried about opening this. I haven't opened the copies yet.
Yeah, I didn't know there was that many of them.
And this is just the main storyline. They also have.
Here, I'll start opening it.
That's fine. I just wanted
And
to
then
get
you
the
can
main.
pull them out.
Okay.
They look cool. These are cool copies too. My God.
But yeah, so this is the Dune. This is the first one. It even says, it's now a major motion picture.
Ooh, I fucking love these copies, bro.
But yeah, so this is book one.
When did you buy these?
I bought these a couple years ago, 2 years ago. So Dune is the first one.
Oh, they smell good too. I love a good book
This
smell.
here, Dune is first. The second book is Dune Messiah, which is the little one here, the smallest one.
Sorry, dude. I'm so fucking weird. I love books.
The Dune Messiah is the second one, which is the one over here. After Dune Messiah is Children of Doom, which is there.
This is the first one?
Yeah, so this is the first one. I was reading in front because it has the list. But yeah, so the first one here, Dune Messiah, which is the little one in your hand there.
Dune Messiah.
Children of Doom, which is right in front of you there in the middle.
Children of Doom.
God Emperor of Dune. Heretics of Dune. And then Chapter House Dune. And I said, there's so many, but even Frank Herbert has. Then there's the Dune Chronicles, which is the main. So the main set is the Dune Chronicles, which is those 6 books.
You have a little bookshelf over here too. I want to put them on it. Oh, not right now.
But I mean, there's a lot of things. There's also books by his son, Brian.
His son writes.
He found a bunch of the notes from when he was writing Dune, and so he wrote books.
Sandworms of Dune.
Yeah, so
I remember the Sandworms.
he wrote a book, the biography of his father called The Dreamer of Dune. He found all the notebooks on Dune and songs and stuff for it, and he published them. He edited them a bit, but published those. And then Brian Herbert, Frank Herbert's son, and Kevin Anderson, who was, I believe, the son of Frank Herbert's editor, like publisher.
Okay.
They got together and wrote a series of offshoots. So they're like all the backgrounds, all the different houses and different stuff like that. The main houses in the story. So like there's the Atreides, which is like the main family. Like it's where like the main character's family is the Atreides family. And they wrote like Dune House Atreides. And it's literally a book just about that family's like history. They did one for all the different houses. They did one for different battles. The Road to Dune, which I've read, that's the one where it includes a novel called The Spice Planet, which was the original rough draft for Dune before it was edited into what Dune is. So there was a book that Frank had written called Spice Planet. That was the initial like outline of what Dune ended up becoming. But they found the original like outline and writing of what he called the Spice Planet. So they published it later after Frank Herbert passed away.
Wow.
There's a lot of stuff like that.
Was it finished?
It was like the whole story of Dune, but just in a different, like his first idea, he first put it into words, and then he changed stuff up before he actually fully published it.
I see. And he called it Spice Planet.
It was called Spice Planet. Then it eventually became Dune, but it's known, Dune is known for the spice that they farm on it. But no, I went and saw the movies.
That's pretty cool.
It's been a while since I've been in theaters to see a movie, but it was fantastic. Long movie. They're like 2 hours and 45 minutes, something like that.
Was the first one good?
Oh yeah, no, they're both movies were fantastic. They're 2 of my favorite movies outside of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
And you said the first one was made when?
2021, part 1.
No, I mean like the
the very first one. Oh no, that was bad.
The bad one.
That was bad.
When was it made?
Like the 80s. And again, they just poor CGI and just didn't know. They probably put too much into the movie.
It seems like they tried to do it justice. So,
well, yeah, but now that with better technology and an understanding that you need to give a story time to develop, and seeing things like Game of Thrones, a story that takes a long time to develop, do so well as a show, I'm not really surprised that they tried to make it a movie. I'm honestly surprised they didn't try to make Dune into a show with how much there is and how many books there are, and I feel like they could have probably attempted a show version of it like they did with Game of Thrones.
Would you want them to?
I don't think I would be mad either way. Just because it said the amount of detail, like the same way that there's a lot of detail in Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
So it made sense for how long it went on, that you could probably make it into a show reasonably. But I'm happy with the movie so far. I'm interested to see if they continue through the whole series or if they, because like there's definitely more that they can do with how they left off on second movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
They definitely left a lot of things like in the air, which is how the book ends. They didn't make it seem like a final thing. So I'm definitely expecting there to be more Dune movies coming.
Well, I'm glad you liked it.
Oh yeah, no, it was definitely enjoyable. But yeah, that's what I ended up doing. Other than that, just kind of been working on projects and things, coming up with ideas for how to make this room here better.
Well, I mean, we change setup quite often. So as soon as I get used to speaking into the mic a certain way,
this was also with you in mind because of the issues with the mic stands, not wanting to stay standing, and
I move around a lot. I have a very hard time sitting still, as you know.
Which this gives you room to
flail about, like, very quickly. Which I still can't move this arm very well, so I need to be careful because I will fuck myself up very quickly, even just sitting here.
Yeah, but no, a lot of this was with you in mind because I know a lot of the issues are
such a good friend.
The mic, and then also just the angle of our mics coming in. But then if we needed to talk, we had to like do this weird shimmy.
I still have to do a weird shimmy sometimes. You know what I think? Just as an idea, that camera right on the thing to the side of that, to the point where we're in between these two monitors, to the point where we can look at the monitors, but we're also looking at the camera simultaneously. Just an idea. But,
I mean, it won't really change because we're not going to look at that monitor at all.
No.
Because that is on that screen.
But I just feel like I naturally face this more rather than, because this is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I could always put the monitor behind the camera.
I could also always just change my position. I could do like this more if I wanted to cuddle with you and get like really close.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal. And then like, for the most part, like us looking at each other is going to be very minimal that we need to worry about it because the main thing is talking, making sure we're in the mic. Gotta be careful with holding that around too much.
Yeah.
I want water all over our electronics.
So you saw a movie. What else did you do?
Other than that, I just kind of been home. Did hang out with. I got my truck back from the shop. That was the first thing I did when I got home Saturday. Dealt with that. That was a nice, fun repair bill, but truck's back on the road, so it's good. That's the important part.
Well, at least you can drive.
I can get back. I can get to work and make more money. But other than that, just been kind of home, working on projects. I've been doing like an art project thing involving my video games and stuff on the side.
Oh,
it's just kind of a way to try to get my mind off everything else. So that's been a fun thing to learn.
Yeah, you gotta have an outlet.
Yeah, and but yeah, I've just been learning how to do. I make custom vehicle wraps for GTA vehicles.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, which I actually can show you on here. But what'd you end up doing? I know you said something. You finished a book. I know you did that. If you want to get into your books while we're still speaking about books.
2 books. Yeah, let's go into Nick's book corner. And we're back. Hello. So I finished. Well, I didn't bring both of them, but I finished a Kurt Vonnegut book. It was called Sucker's Portfolio. And like all Kurt Vonnegut books, it was fucking amazing. I loved it. It was a collection of works that wasn't published until 2012, which was after he died to begin with, because he died in 2007. But these were like unpublished works, and it was divided into 7 sections, the last one being a work of nonfiction that he wrote. And yeah, it was fucking great. But that's not the one I brought. The one I brought is the one that I dissected an insane amount.
Yeah, this is the 180p visual. Like it looks like the camera's not focused on it. It's not the camera this time.
Look at the side of it. Look at the binding.
It's just this. It looks like I need glasses to read the cover.
It was self-published, and so he probably took a stock photo and then just like blew it up to fit onto the side of the book, and it just looks ridiculous.
Yeah. So he made it in like Microsoft Paint.
It was the most
word?
informative book I have read in a long time because I actually learned a lot from it. I mean, look at this. And I wrote. I mean, I've highlighted. I've fucking.
So he vandalized the book, so now he can't return it to the library.
It wasn't a library book. It was mine.
I know.
But it's called Charting and Technical Analysis by Fred McAllen, and it is awesome. It gave me the tools I need to be my own boss, much like horse semen does. Again, I drink a pint every morning in my yogurt. That is why I am successful.
Why? Why do we always
Well, I mean,
go there?
because I'm trying to. You're trying to boost your product. I'm trying to boost mine, bro. Don't knock me. Some people like take shots of honey or ginger or like vitamin B12 and stuff like that. I happen to go to my local fucking farm. I live in, you know what I mean? I live in a farm country.
Oh, every chance of sponsorships we've ever had just goes out the window every time.
If you don't drink horse semen, fuck you.
What is this, fucking Talladega Nights? If you don't chew Big Red.
Wong pong, chong wong dong, prune candy. Great book. If you like stocks, you like the stock market, and you don't actually know how to read a chart, you're just fucking gambling. Like, learn how to read a chart. This will teach you, and you can learn it.
You're
Like,
still
it's like
gambling.
a toddler could read this and learn it.
Still
Not really.
gambling.
My toddler couldn't. She likes a lot of snacks, though. So, this is the one I'm going to start next. This is the one that you recommended to me. This is the one
Yep.
that you told me I need to read.
Yep. Give you
This
the
is
book.
what
I'm going to go ahead and read that.
got this book. Okay. And if I love this book, I'm taking this copy and it's going on my bookshelf.
Huh?
It will be added to my
But we
collection.
will get you a copy, and then you can
and
mark
then
it
I
up
will
and
get him
do all
a
you want
different
to it.
copy. No, I'll buy him a different copy. And that way I'll have his copy. And I'll always know that this belonged to my best friend Zane at one point. That one smells good too. Shit.
I haven't opened it.
Oh,
I did
really?
the audiobook, so
Yeah.
I haven't actually gone through it.
Yeah, it'll be my memory that I've always had this. Yeah. I'm going to read it.
But yeah,
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And so we'll have a lot of good conversations, I think, come from that book for sure. So it's not a lot of things that you may not agree on, but there's still interesting points, interesting, thought processes and a lot of things.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, outside of that, man, it's just books and movies and a lot of entertainment stuff going on.
Say that again?
It's a lot of entertainment stuff.
A lot of entertainment. I mean,
we are
books and
also
movies.
recording this. This is April 9th. And yesterday was the eclipse.
Yeah, and we were in the path of totality.
Like we didn't. We went outside, looked up in the sky.
I was not with him, but he apparently this is what he did. He's like doing editing for our video. He's sitting here. It starts to get dark a little bit. He's like, "Oh, guess it's starting." Just walks outside.
Walked outside.
Turns his head. Can see it literally from his porch.
I think I took like a simple video, just to like be like, yeah, I saw it, and then I went back inside and went back to work.
Meanwhile, I am prepared and I'm preparing myself like 3 hours in advance so I can make sure with my toddler, she and I are able to like go outside and like do this and everything. So I want to make sure she's eaten and she shit herself and I've changed her and all this different stuff to the point where I can go out. And then we're finally outside and then it's too hot and then she wants to go back in, you know what I mean? Because it was really hot beforehand, but like comparatively what we're used to, you know what I mean? Like hot for us, and she's hungry, and so we got to go in and eat again and chill out for a little bit, and then we go back out literally like an hour before it starts, and before you know it, a bunch of people are out there, and then before you know it, this is right behind my apartment complex too. Like we got a park, so I just wanted to be swinging on the swings as it's getting dark, and like then it's just night out and I'm swinging, and I got to fucking do that with my kid and play on the playground as it's, you know what I mean? And then
I
the
walked
apartment
out,
complex,
spent 5 minutes outside, watched it get dark, we'll go back to light, and went right back inside.
dude, they brought out popcorn for us.
Nice.
Like the apartment manager or whatever, she's like, hey, anybody want popcorn? She's got little bags of like popcorn that are already made up for everybody, and everyone's just sitting out there like it's a movie, and you've got like all the people just like at the park watching. It was so cute, man.
Hell yeah.
It was great.
Yeah, no, I went outside and I watched it, but like I didn't go anywhere, do any festivities or anything like that for it. I just kind of went outside, a couple minutes, enjoyed it.
You think you're fucking better than me?
Yeah.
You're better than the eclipse?
I mean,
You know, the
obviously.
last one happened in
2017?
2017, right after my daughter Kieran was born in August. Literally,
Nice.
like a day after she was born, we were still in the hospital. And what's wild about it is we were not in the path of totality. So it still affected us to a degree because you could it almost looked like a sunset.
Yeah. It like got darker, but not like it did yesterday.
You couldn't really see it so much as it got like...
Because it would still
it almost
bright.
looked like a sunset, and I was in the city of like downtown. You know what I mean? So I got buildings. There's no way you can fucking visibly see the sun. No.
But no, it was really nice. It was definitely cool. I made some dumb video saying that we lived in the dark side of the moon now, and that we were living inside of a Pink Floyd album. And
speaking of that, have you ever watched Dark Side of the Rainbow? Which is the dark side of the moon synced up to the Wizard of Oz. And if you start The Wizard of Oz at the exact same time that you start the album, The Dark Side of the Moon, it syncs up to a T, to the point where like when the tornado's fucking swirling around and everything, it's the great gig in the sky, and it's like ooh. And then when all of a sudden it goes from a black and white picture to Dorothy fucking opening the doors, and all of a sudden it's the Munchkins and all that stuff, and it's color. It's the Money song. It's like and she's walking in, and money, like all of a sudden they got budget for the film, money, you know what I mean? I don't know if they did this intentionally or not, but it actually syncs up. And if you go to YouTube and you type in Dark Side of the Rainbow, you can actually find people who have made full videos where it's the audio of Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
over the video.
Over the fucking video, and you can just sit there and watch it. Fucking do it.
I'll do that sometime. But yeah, I mean, I said the Eclipse was interesting, that's for sure. I've never, like the 2017 one, I don't remember doing anything for it or even trying to like see it. Because again, we weren't in totality there, so like wasn't much we were gonna see here. But being in totality, like it was more of a thing around here. I always found it interesting that everyone was like doomsday prepping for the eclipse.
Well, yeah, they really blew it out of proportion. They were like, "Look, don't fucking drive anywhere. Don't fucking do anything, because out of nowhere, it's gonna be pitch black. You're not gonna be able to see a fucking thing, like unless you have headlights."
Yeah, well, the driving.
We drive at night.
The main thing with the driving was the increase in traffic. Because in 2017,
no one was on the road because they said
here. But I'm saying around the people driving
to us, like on
in
the highways and
2017, they
stuff.
said leading up to like a couple hours before, during, and after the eclipse in 2017, around the path of totality, there was increased accidents and stuff because there was so many more people trying to all drive to one area and then leave. There was increased traffic, so increased accidents, fatalities and stuff during that time.
I did not know that.
Which is why they were trying to like limit driving during it yesterday, because again, same thing is everyone who's outside of totality was trying to get to totality.
They were freaking out.
Also, I saw a thing where there's like a chart of like showing all the Airbnbs that are fully booked up for like a day or a week. Yeah. The totality line was just lit. Like every Airbnb within totality was booked.
Well, my mom did say that like hotels, she could see that hotels and like pricing for hotels were going up. So it was like $400 a night for something that would typically be like $100 or $200. Yeah. And for something that was like $40 or $70 a night, like a cheap little shitty motel.
It was like $100.
It was like $250. Yeah.
But it was again because they knew that it, and all the Airbnbs got booked up. So like everyone was trying to get to totality and like made it a thing.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they were just trying to create a vibe.
But I was talking about the people. There's people that like, because I have people like friends that work at like grocery stores. And people were in there like shopping like it was the beginning of the pandemic again. They were just buying everything out of toilet paper and all that kind of stuff. Like it's a fucking eclipse.
Yeah, like in the Mayans and Aztec culture, I could imagine like all of a sudden
like, you've got
you've got no science.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you've got no science behind it yet, and you're just like, we need to sacrifice everybody here. Like,
get the goats.
Get the fucking peasants. Get the peasants.
Get the goats.
Grab every peasant. We're going to sacrifice them on an altar for the sun god.
We need a
it's
virgin.
Coming back. Ah, it's coming back.
We need a virgin immediately.
Oh, yes. Put her on a pedestal and then kill her. Drink her blood.
So it's just like, imagine living before science. Like shit like that would like freak you the fuck out.
Oh, yeah.
Just the sun is suddenly just blocked. You're just like, fuck.
It's gone. We must have pissed him off. We didn't harvest our crops correctly. No, the yield. The yield. It's famine. Famine, I tell you.
Oh, we didn't send enough fair maidens to the Minotaur.
Oh my god, bro.
But I saw someone posted, they were like, did anybody tell the Amish?
Oh yeah, because they got no news or anything like that. Well, I don't know.
I'm sure they understand.
They're sitting in McDonald's in the morning on the way to work, getting dropped off in
I mean,
their bus, watching
also
the
Amish
news.
and Mennonite. There's also the difference between that, and some people don't know the
Oh
difference.
yeah, I've been in a psych ward before. Let me just say this: I've been in a psych ward before, and we've had Amish people come into the psych ward, right? Which is strange enough, just seeing like someone in full blown Amish garb coming into a psych ward, right? But like, I mean, they're human too. We're all human. Anyway, they get in there and then they're like watching the TV with us and like all this different things and doing these things. And I was like, are you allowed to, like, I was like, no, you know, no disrespect, but like, are you allowed to do this? And she's like, well, if we don't turn it on and it's like on, then we're allowed to partake. And I was like, oh, like, okay, like I get it. So you can just like pretty much go to an area where someone's watching TV and then just sit down with them and watch it, but you can't have a TV of your own on like your property, and like that's not your lifestyle.
What is
that makes more sense.
What is the thing?
So they can still get news.
Rumspringa is
Rumspringa. I don't think people get on Rumspringa though and then go to the psych ward and they're like, yeah, finally, Rumspringa.
I mean,
that's where I want to be.
Maybe that's
or
during
maybe
their time they ended up having to be there.
Yeah, because they were like so panicked over it and freaking out.
But like,
oh my fucking god, bro! Maybe that's what happened.
Yeah.
Maybe she was like on Rumspringa.
Yeah.
And like it just went out of control, and she was like, "I'm freaking out. I have to go somewhere.
Yeah.
Where can I go?"
Yeah.
Or someone picked her up or something. That's true. You never know someone's situation.
Yeah, but this is the art stuff I was talking about, where I make liveries for like cars in the game. So like people do like the online servers, and they have custom cars.
So you made a police car.
They asked me to make skins for all their police cars in their server. So a couple of them I've done. Is this?
Do you make money off of that?
A little bit.
Really? Who would like do that? Who like hits you up and says, "Hey, could you make?"
Because Grand Theft Auto has a big community of role play. So there's custom servers where people make characters and role play is a life in there. And there's like an economy. There's the police officers are all actual people. Fire like the ambulance and like an EMS is all actual people. You can be part of criminals. You can have business. Like there's like a whole thing. So a lot of those server owners that own the servers, they'll ask people, like they'll look for custom skins so that their police cars look different than other servers. So like these are other ones that other people have made,
cute.
like in the video game, where they've done like ones like that. They're a little bit more in depth than like the ones I know how to.
I didn't even realize that Grand Theft Auto operated like that, where like people could just like actually
do whole fleets of cop cars.
Do the police actually act like police? And
we can pull people over. You can arrest people. There's like SWAT stuff. There's
so what happens if you're a character that gets arrested?
You can get tried. Like they literally have like a whole like system where you get given charges, get fined, put in prison. In prison in there, they call it months. Like you get 18 months in prison, but every month is a minute of real time. But like if you get an 18-month sentence, you're in the prison in the world. You're actually stuck inside of there for 18 minutes.
Really?
You get a 200-month sentence. You're there for 200 minutes. And there's stuff in the prison to do. Like there's weightlifting. There's like a drug system in the prison that you have to like find and like talk to NPCs and do little stuff. Like it's so in depth.
Really?
Yeah. There's so much stuff you can do.
You're fucking kidding me. People are gonna live in there one day. You know that?
Oh yeah.
People are gonna have the VRs and just literally wake up in the morning.
Yeah.
And plug in and just live in there.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people take it like way too serious. Like I just enjoy doing the like the artwork and stuff. But like people have made like the European version. So like the European cop cars.
Oh yeah.
Like
let me say something about European police.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those cars again. They do not look intimidating. They look like the support vehicle that comes to help you out with roadside assistance.
It's because out there, their police are easily identifiable.
What do you mean?
Their cars are designed so you can easily pick them out of a crowd.
Oh, they are, yeah.
You need the cops. You can easily tell which car is a cop car.
Oh, yeah.
Out here, cop cars blend in with fucking traffic.
Look at that. It's like a fucking...
Yeah, it's so you know who the cops are. They don't hide. Or our fucking cops have blacked out fucking trucks and shit and hide in the shadows and you can't fucking see them until it's too late.
Black and white and then just shoot on lights all of a sudden.
Yeah. Like half the time you don't even know there's a fucking cop there until you like.
Well, our vehicles are designed to look intimidating.
Well, it's intimidating, but also they're meant to be hard to see.
I think it's more. I think a lot of it is like an intimidation factor. It's like everything about a police car is just designed.
Well, I don't think it's designed to be as intimidating. I think it's just the idea of how police are is just the intimidation thing out here.
Maybe
because there's always this a giant negative stigma to police in our country, so everyone just has the negative effect when you see a cop car.
I would be interested in what the science is behind the design of a police car. You should, as we're talking, rather than pull up more videos of the game, I would maybe just see what the design of the police car is.
I think it might be a little bit too much to look up right now.
No, I don't know. I mean, because I feel like the reason they might have designed a police car the way it is for a very specific reason. You know, I mean, well, there's psychology behind the red and blue police lights. That's for sure. The light color.
It's just an association thing. So red is a warning and blue is a feeling of sadness and melancholy. Emergency vehicles, they use blue and red.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it.
And blue helps differentiate from brake lights.
But they do. I mean, cop cars are designed.
Yeah, red and blue lights aren't typically used in other cars.
Always the same.
So it's always distinguishable from everything else.
I just think if you look at two...
Color blindness, visibility.
Oh, yeah, because you were talking about being colorblind earlier.
Yep.
For those of you who don't know, he sees in grayscale, basically. Like he was telling me...
Like borderline monochromacy. So like...
So he knows what the colors are because you said you took what? You took classes
I've taken
or something?
color theory and things
color
like that.
theory classes or whatever. But so he knows when I'm pointing to something. So for instance, if he sees a rainbow outside, he said in the wild. Mm-hmm. If he sees a rainbow outside, it will only appear as like the two most prominent colors to him. But if he's seeing
people with monochromatic vision or monochromacy or achromatopsia, see no color at all, and their world consists of different shades of gray ranging from black and white. Rather than seeing the world of an old black and white, I like seeing it in like black and white television.
It's a specific eye condition in which people see in grayscale. He'll pull up pictures and throw them up there, but I mean, it's wild to think that this is how he sees, yet he's able to identify colors. I was like, this green screen behind us, you know that's green. He's like, yo, I know it's green. Well, I know it's your version of green, but like it's just a different version of gray to me. Yeah. But like that's green. He's like, I know that's green. He's like, I can look at this table and see, oh, that's brown wood, right? But like I know it's like a tan wood. But like, I mean, I don't know. It's just so It's so wild. You see what? That's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah.
I really forgot all about that. He probably like mentioned that he was colorblind to me before, but I didn't realize like the extent of monochromacy.
Yeah, it's I'm not like fully there, but it's like how I try to describe it. It's like almost like if like the colors were watered down.
Yeah,
like everything is so pale,
like pastels.
Not even pastel. It's just pale. Like everything.
I like that one. What is that? What's that?
This is so this is what it looks like. This is a normal color, and then how like the reds get changed.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So the reds over there are greens.
Yeah.
And the blues. Oh my, the purple's like a blue. That's so pretty though.
Yeah, black with many shades of red, dark brown with dark greens, some blues with some reds, purples, and dark pinks, mid greens with some oranges. So I'm like here. I'm like.
Oh my god. That was violent.
Protanopia, which is the one like we were looking at here, is like what I was like typically.
The other one is like where you can only see pink scale. Hold on, let me see those again. That is wild. What's the difference between deuteranopia and the other one that you just had?
Deuteranopes is reds with greens, blues with gray and pinks, greens with yellows,
light blues
pinks
with lilacs.
Yeah.
So go back to the two pictures. Let me see the difference. That, and then scroll to the right.
Look right here.
The other one on the right, scroll that to the right. Yeah, see, what's the difference there?
See this right here? How much like
Okay.
and then up here you'll see a difference, a little darker. It's not much different, but like how this is kind of greenish, it just goes brown.
Yeah.
I can just tell shades, and that's what
Yeah,
makes it so
yeah,
like.
yeah. Look at that one. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, bro. Tritanopia. That is pretty.
Yeah, color blindness is some wild shit, you know.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty, but like we can make those colors, you know? So that's the
Yeah.
thing. It's like, although they can see in those other colors, and that's the only other colors they see, but like, although those aren't normal colors to me, I can make those colors by mixing other colors. So that was pretty wild.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But like, the crazy thing is like you're looking at the statistics, and like one person in 33,000 people.
And its symptoms can make life very difficult. Usually someone
Listen,
with...
I'm not fully, because full monochromacy, you pretty much have to wear sunglasses inside
Really?
because you're super light sensitive. I get headaches around lights pretty quick, but I'm not like...
You remember
a lot
that?
of my monochromacy comes from damage as a kid, because I was like naturally this colorblind, like the proto.
Yeah.
But then I was dumb and I would stare at like fucking flashlights. And my dad had a fucking one of those like real bright handheld spotlights, and I would like try to count the bulbs while it was on. Dumb shit like that.
Yeah. Well,
And like I know they have glasses and shit for colorblindness, but I've never wanted to like get them.
wild.
But yeah. But yeah, colorblindness it's definitely annoying at times. Like I can't become I wanted to be a pilot growing up.
Yeah, you can't be a pilot at all.
Couldn't
if
be a
you're
pilot. I
colorblind.
couldn't do most of the jobs in the Navy when I enlisted.
Reason you can't be a pilot when you're colorblind is why.
A lot of the runways are marked with colored lights. And if you can't tell the colored lights and what runways you're supposed to hit, then you won't know what to land your plane.
Yeah. And what about like in the sky? Is there anything that you would need to color wise?
I'm sure there is. I don't know too much.
I guess-
just know that was what I was... One of the
Like
main ones I
blue
was
and
told.
white don't look similar, right?
No, but it's just a matter of... It's just really the runway thing. Like if you can't land the plane right, then you can't be flying.
Then you'd kill people, yeah. And there's no way that they could fix that aspect of it.
I mean, I know, like I heard stories that like people used to cheat because like there was like tests, and you had to like know the order of the lights and stuff, and like that people would cheat and like get told the answers so that they could pass it. Like apparently, like my uncle flew in the Air Force, was colorblind, but he cheated his way through the test. But it was also 50 plus years ago, probably, and a lot less technology to really randomize the
Was
tests.
he a good pilot?
From what I heard, I mean, he flew out in
No
World War II
lawsuits.
and shit.
He hasn't killed
so-
anybody that you know of. Well, unintentionally.
Yeah, it was my great uncle, so he flew in like World War II and stuff.
So he probably killed people.
But I also when I was enlisting for the Navy, I took the tests and stuff, and like according to my like score, my ASVAB score, I could do whatever job I wanted. But then my colorblindness limited it to like 3 jobs.
Huh.
Like I wanted to go into the nuclear program and do like nuclear subs and shit. But because of colorblindness, I couldn't do that.
Well,
So now I drive semi-trucks.
it can't be like one of those things where like if you're driving and you wear corrective lenses, you need to be wearing your lenses. Like it can't be one of those things where like you have
Especially not when
color
the Navy
blindness
shit, yeah.
and you just have to wear your colorblind glasses.
Would you want nuclear power to be at the hand of someone making sure they had their glasses on that day? How many of you know they're supposed to drive with glasses and just don't have their glasses?
I don't know, man. Sounds like a no. Sounds like a hard no to me.
Sounds like bad shit would happen.
Yeah. So we were talking a little bit earlier about scheduling for this, and you were saying you wanted to
So the podcast is
kind
going to
of come up with
stay.
an idea.
The podcast is going to stay weekly. Any of you that watch our other channel, No One Asked, we're moving that to bi-weekly.
Okay.
So what that's going to allow is hopefully better content. So instead of rushing a video every week, we can take a week to plan the video, then record it and edit it properly. So it gives us a 2-week window to plan, record, edit, produce it right. So
Again, because we're doing all of this ourselves as of right now.
Yeah,
Zane,
there's that
doing
too, but it's
all the
also
editing.
just the content on the No One Asked channel. It's not like this. There's no planning to this. This is just us sitting down talking about our week, talking about what's going on. So that doesn't need as much, and there's less editing involved with this.
Yeah.
The No One Asked channel is going
It's
to
much more.
It's more of an entertainment thing, and we want to be able to produce the best product coming out in that channel that we enjoy making, and we don't want to feel rushed on that. So by giving ourselves a bi-weekly window to make better content, we're hoping that really kind of bumps the production value and just the enjoyability of our videos up. Because as much as like there might be some funny moments here and there in what we've been doing, it's still, there's like less going on than like almost the same amount of effort we put into the podcast. And here we're just talking. That we're trying to do games and shit, and we're not putting any more production value into it. We're just hindering what we could potentially put out.
Yeah.
So this will give us chances to think and brainstorm, get proper stuff, and actually set up and make good content for that channel.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
So some changes with that will be happening. So hopefully that works, and we're planning, and so we'll keep adjusting and making moves as we go. So this is still a learning process. This is our 8th episode of the podcast. So we're only,
it's hard to believe. So how long have we been doing this now? When did we start? 2 months?
I think 8 episodes.
Yeah,
it's 8
true.
weeks. So it's just about 2 months that we will have been doing the recording and putting them out. We have 7 episodes live at the time of this recording.
Wow.
And so it's going to be a learning process. I mean, I've seen many places where they say like you don't really like even have an idea of what you're doing until at least 20 episodes. And like I said, it's going to be a learning process the whole way through. I've watched a lot of podcasts. I've done a lot of research on videos and camera work and lighting, and like trying to make sure that we can release the best content for you as our viewers, as our listeners. And but yeah, I do feel like that these scheduling changes are going to be good for us. It'll allow for better content on the other channel. It'll allow us to not be, maybe as stressed and rushed when we do these, because we typically record both at the same time. We'll record this, and then we'll switch up the equipment and do. Or we'll do it
a day later.
Yeah,
like a day later.
And like that was only like once or twice that we switched.
And today I had to literally rush over here after dropping my kid off at daycare because I had her all weekend and all Monday. And
typically we record like Saturday or Sunday, and here we are on a Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Recording. I have to go to bed in like 2 hours.
Yeah, because you got to work at what time?
Like midnight.
Jesus, fuck, bro.
So we're fitting this in, but we'll make sure we get the product out there. That episode went live the other day. This will be coming out here in about a week.
Yeah.
But we do appreciate everybody. Again, we are doing the best we can to keep changing stuff. Hopefully this camera quality here really kind of changes a lot
I
of
hope
stuff.
that camera stayed on. And
Oh, it's on.
Is it? Oh, great.
That's why I'm monitoring, because if it turns off, this would cut off.
Oh, okay. Well, then, we made it.
We're good.
Fuck yeah.
So the new stuff is working good for us, and I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, we're moving in the right direction. We figured out how to get it to work. Yeah.
What do you think you're gonna throw on this green screen behind us?
I may not put anything on there. Who knows? There's just you never know now.
That's true.
I could just at any time I might just put a giant cum tree.
See, this is the thing: is as we're recording this, I don't ever know what's going to be.
I might have a horse walking up behind you, and he might the back of your head,
fucking with me the whole video.
Every time you talk about horse teaming, there might just be a horse that walks up behind you.
I won't even know. I won't even know. Oh shit!
I mean, the green screen's going to be nice for the content for the No One Asked channel too. We can potentially start getting some funny green screen stuff going on with that channel.
Oh, now I'm yawning.
But again, man, thank you for coming over, man. I know it's been a hectic week for you, and you
It's
fit
been
this
a
in
good
here this
week,
morning.
though. Yeah, I'm glad I'm here.
So I appreciate you coming over, getting some work done here, and we appreciate y'all for watching on YouTube, listening on whatever platform you are watching or listening to us on. We do appreciate you.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you are watching us on YouTube, please we ask that you like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let us know where you're from, what books you're reading, anything like that.
Please.
Just like
Talk
say
to
something.
us.
Yeah, say something. Comment. Talk to us. We
I
want to
will
hear from
fucking
you.
respond. Like, we will respond actually rather quickly. So we'll have direct conversations with you.
So we appreciate you again. Thank you so much for everybody who's been coming back for every episode. Like I posted the last episode, and like I literally it went live. I was doing something else on another
14
monitor.
hours ago.
Within a couple minutes,
like
people were already watching it, and like that just blows my mind that there's like already people that want to see our content like that.
And
so
I didn't even know you
appreciate
posted it either. He was like, I thought it was you. And I was like, no, bro, I didn't even know it was out yet. But
So again, I appreciate everybody. Again, thank you again here for coming, man.
yeah, man. Say
Looking
hello to
forward-
your mother for me, all right?
Yep. And tell somebody you love them. And
Goodbye.
again, like, comment, subscribe. We fucking appreciate
I
you.
love you.